Hello, and welcome to Chiang Mai Long Stay. Today, I visited the Living Green Elephant Sanctuary Camp 2, located about an hour and a half from downtown Chiang Mai, on the way toward Doi Inthanon National Park. This half-day program lets you feed the elephants and bathe them in the river together. I booked through Klook and was picked up at my hotel, so I'll walk you through exactly how the day unfolded. I hope this is helpful for anyone considering an elephant experience in Chiang Mai. First, let me cover how to book. I used Klook to reserve this tour. It's the half-day program, priced at 1,440 baht per person. There are two departure times to choose from, 7 a.m. or 12 p.m. I went with the 12 p.m. slot. The program includes an English or Thai-speaking guide, a meal, round-trip hotel transfer, insurance, traditional Northern Thai clothing, elephant feeding, elephant trekking, and photography. Cancellations are fully refunded up to 24 hours before the activity date, which made booking feel very low risk. At noon, the Elephant Camp's van came to pick us up at the hotel. It was just the two of us and one Chinese traveler, a small, relaxed group. We rode in a standard-sized van through the countryside, passing streams, rice paddies, cornfields, and banana plantations. The drive itself was quite pleasant. The weather was still sunny at that point, and we arrived at the camp after about an hour and a half. Upon arrival, we received an orientation about the camp. The briefing was led by a Thai guide, while the actual elephant care is handled separately by Karen Hill Tribe staff. Our group was briefed in English, while the Chinese visitors joined a separate group for a Chinese language session, with different guides for each. According to the guide, the camp has 8 elephants in total. 4 were with us that day, while the other 4 had gone up into the mountains, so we got to interact with just these 4. Our group was a total of 5 people, 3 Chinese and 2 Japanese, a wonderfully small number. Interestingly, not only the Thai guide, but also the Karen staff who care for the elephants greeted us with a few words of Japanese. Each of them had studied a little Japanese on their own, and that kind of thoughtful touch really made us smile. By the way, the guide mentioned that we happened to come during a relatively quiet period, and that the next month would be the start of a busier tourist season. If you prefer a less crowded experience, that's worth keeping in mind. The guide was incredibly kind about taking photos for us. Just hand over your smartphone and he'll shoot from all sorts of angles with a great sense of timing and distance from the elephants. Very thorough and attentive. It makes perfect sense that photography is listed as one of the program's inclusions. After the briefing, it's time to change into traditional Northern Thai clothing. That said, you only change the top. You keep your own pants or shorts on underneath. You just pick your size, receive the garment, and slip it on right there. Once changed, we picked up elephant feed and headed down to the open feeding area where the elephants were waiting. The feed was sugarcane and bananas. We each took turns offering food while the elephants reached out their trunks to receive it with surprising gentleness. I was a little nervous at first, but the elephants were so calm. They took the food with just a soft touch of the trunk against our hands. True to their animal welfare-focused approach, there was no forced activity of any kind. The elephants moved entirely at their own pace. Let me take a moment to share some things I learned from the guide, along with a bit of research I did afterward. First, this camp does not allow elephant riding at all. The reason is straightforward. An elephant's spine is not built to bear the weight of a person on top. Continued pressure from saddles and riders can concentrate stress on the spine and surrounding muscles, potentially leading to deformities and chronic pain, something noted by multiple veterinarians and wildlife protection organizations. That's why this sanctuary focuses solely on feeding and bathing as ways to interact with the elephants. After the river bath, you'll notice elephants using their trunks to toss soil and dust over their own bodies. This behavior is called a dust bath, and just as the guide described, it serves a role similar to humans wearing clothes. Specifically, the layer of mud or dust acts as insect repellent, protects the skin from harsh sunlight, and helps regulate body temperature. Despite how tough elephant skin looks, it's actually quite sensitive, and elephants have almost no sweat glands to speak of. That makes mud bathing and dust bathing an essential part of their daily skincare routine. As for eating and sleeping, research suggests elephants spend 16 to 20 hours a day foraging and eating because their digestive systems aren't particularly efficient and they need large quantities of food. On the sleep side, wild elephants average as little as 2 hours of sleep per night, while those in managed environments may sleep anywhere from 3 to 7 hours. The guide's description of 4 hours of sleep, 20 hours of eating turns out to be a pretty realistic picture. Since the explanation was all in English, I may have missed a few details, but looking into it afterward made the whole experience feel even richer. Once the feeding was done, we walked with the elephants to a small nearby river. When the elephants waded in, we scooped up river water with buckets and poured it over them. That's the elephant bathing experience. We were told that if the weather is too cold or the elephants simply don't want to enter the water, the bathing session may be skipped. Fortunately, ours went ahead without a hitch. Seeing the elephants look so content as we splashed water on them, you can't help but smile. After the river bath, the elephants came back up to the same open area where we'd fed them earlier. This time, we offered freshly cut grass, a different kind of feed from before, and the elephants happily ate it up. Around this point, the sky started to cloud over and you could feel rain coming. With the elephant activities wrapped up, we headed back to the pavilion for a light meal. It was already around 3 p.m., more of a snack than a proper lunch, but the menu was pad thai with watermelon and pineapple on the side. The rain had actually started during the river bathing, and by the time we sat down to eat, it was coming down in full force. Watching the river and mountains disappear into heavy rain while eating pad thai under a thatched roof, honestly, it felt like a pretty luxurious moment. And as it turned out, all the elephant activities had finished before the downpour hit, so we really lucked out on the timing. After the meal, we rinsed off and changed at the shared shower and restroom area, then climbed back into the van for the return trip to the hotel. We were back before 5 p.m., about 5 hours in total from the 12 p.m. start. The group was small. The pace was relaxed, and we got to interact with the elephants up close at our own leisure. No crowds, no rush. If you're thinking about an elephant experience in Chiang Mai, I hope this gives you a helpful sense of what to expect. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.